Good morning. Happy daytime. I hope you're all doing well. Happy classy. Day of... We're doing it, kids. Thanks for streaking. We bare-chested, baby. Imagine, on my last day, that's what I'll do. It'll just be titties. I swear I saw you less than 12 hours ago. You did. You saw me like 11 hours ago. We strammed for 13 hours straight yesterday, my dudes, and I'm ready to do it again. That's all I've got. Sup, knives. We strammed hard yesterday. I love eco. Man, for a game that really, it doesn't really provide, I mean, I guess it does. I don't know. It kind of leaves you to make your own fun. I love it so much. Knives, I literally woke up this morning thinking about it. You thought that was a man? Luz, I'm sorry. Surprise! We streaked, we strammed. We built things. Yeah, it is pure crack. It's, man, because it's like, I don't know. Yeah, that's it. I want to explain it, but really there's no explaining it. It's just crack and I'm addicted to it. I literally woke up this morning to a slew of messages from Beth and Elle talking about it. And I was like, I think I want to build some sort of new house or something today. And I can't remember which one of them suggested it, but almost at the same time, they were both like, what if Katie made a cult? And I was like, you spelt coven wrong. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. There will be digging. If anybody would like to join me in the digging of the temple, let me know. It's gonna be great. Super motherfucking Papa! What an alert. We never get that alert. Thank you for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving a fucking anus its goddamn wings. That's a good one. Dan. It is. It's the tier 3 sub alert. It's a spectacular one. That's a live recording, man. I don't know what came out of my mouth that day, but she was epic. Would a vibrator from hell be heated? Okay, so one time I had a patient who decided to masturbate with a curling iron but didn't unplug it first. That's what I imagine a vibrator from hell is. When people ask, like, I don't know how you can do what you do. You just sit there and talk for 8 hours a day. I bring up stories like that to remind them what I used to do for a living. And they're like, oh, no, yeah, this sounds better. I'm like, mildly. I haven't had to pull something like that out of someone in ages. It's been great. Good morning, Have My Love. How are you? Oh my God, I've never seen a plastic curling iron in my life. Can you imagine? Nope. 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 I'm gonna go ice right. I feel like I need to put ice up my butthole for that. Do you ever come ice? No! I need to get you I really want to get, I try to pull stories that I've never told before. Like, I always want to try to pull something out that's new. I feel like I've told everything a million times before. But I don't think so. I mean, I told some story and someone was like, that's a story. And I was like, I don't think that's a redeemable story. I don't even know what I told. Something minor. All my stories are zingy, Yeetskis. I just got to think of a good zingy one. I've got a lot of ER. It honestly, all my stories come to me because you guys talk to me about stuff. That's why I always say, like, do you have a theme or something? Because it can trigger a memory in my head. It's so hard to just pull one out of my ass, but I will. I'm pulling lots out of my ass right now. Like, if you can see my eyes darting around, tons of stories going through my head, but most of them are sad and depressing, not necessarily like cool, fun, interesting. It'll come. We'll get one. We'll get one. A preschooler called his teachers bitches and whores and said he wanted to fuck you up. That preschooler sounds badass. We do. I mean, you'd be like, I mean, you know, but for those that don't know, your ass is very delicate. The tissue on the inside of your ass is like wet tissue paper, like your tissues of the inside of your ass. It's excessively delicate in there. And for some reason, we love to shove sharp shit up there. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Like angular stuff. It is a very delicate ecosystem. Man, dicks. That's about what should be up there. I have biscuits and gravy and coffee. Oh my God, it's your birthday. Is today the 24th? I don't have the date up anywhere. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're waiting for the celebrating. This is your day. So happy birthday to you. My voice is so racked after a 13-hour stream. Happy fucking birthday. I hope you do everything you want in the whole world today and you eat all the fucking delicious food. I didn't even know it was the 24th. That's crazy. I don't have the date up anywhere right now. I don't even have my calendar out. My desk is very bare because of eco. It's very weird. Happy fucking birthday. Okay, Stuart. Look what I can do. I love Stuart. Shut up. Yeah, your mouth is your forward ass with teeth. Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if I've had a weird patient swallow something. Oh my God, did I ever tell you about the lady who rubbed cat shit into her wounds? And the chicken goo? It's a sad one, but a fascinating study in psychological terror. This was a lady who self-harmed. She would cut her arms. So, and then I'm going to tell you the process and I'm going to tell you why. It was pretty crazy. So, she presented to the ER with numb hands. Like, dead hands. And she was short of breath because she was worried. She was panicking. So they call me into the ER, you know, and her hands are like gray looking. But at first glance, when you walk into the ER, she's one of the most perfect humans, like a human specimen I've ever seen in my life. She looks like the Republican wet dream. Do you know what I'm saying? Stepford wife. Perfect little pink sweater, button right here with a pearl button, string of pearls, little tiny, you know, just like khaki slacks that fit perfect, loafers. The whole getup. It looked almost like out of a movie or something, right? But dead hands. So I put a nasal cannula on her and whatever, but I'm just like there for the process, right? So long story short, this ended up being like a severe case of depression where what some people do, not everybody, but what some people do is when people around them won't listen to the psychological trauma they're going through, they will start to express that psychological trauma on the outside just to get your fucking attention. I've had patients who literally pretend to be quadriplegics. It's crazy, just to get someone to pay attention to the mental anguish they're going through. And this woman was a show pony for her husband. He didn't give a fuck about her. He literally called the ER like it was an elementary school, like, when can I come pick her up? Long story short, what she would do is she would self-harm. That was the first move, so she would cut herself. And then what she would do is she would fish fresh cat poop out of their cat box in the bathroom, and she would scrub that into the wounds on her arm until they became infected. Then once those were full fucking infected and she was starting to lose feeling in her hands, she would then buy chicken, let it thaw, take up the goo from around the chicken, the thawing goo, into a syringe and inject that around her hairline. Like, every step was the loudest scream for fucking help you could possibly imagine. And her husband was like, "Are you guys done with her yet? When can I come get her?" It was insane, but probably one of the most, extreme cases of it is faking an illness, but it's not faking an illness. I don't know how to explain that because that's not my expertise, but do you know what I'm saying? It's like fabricating illnesses to get someone to pay attention to an illness that they won't pay attention to. And I don't know what the fuck that's called, but it is violently rampant in medicine right now because if I can't see your cut, it doesn't mean anything to me. That's what America says. And sometimes the cut's in here, you know? It was very sad. She ended up getting into protective services, getting away from her husband, going through a divorce. Like, I think she ended up going to school to be a nurse. A lot of people in abusive situations like that or like horrible situations, they see the nurses as angels. It's kind of like wild because we'll be like, hey, we all know what you're doing. We know what this is. We've seen it. Like, do you need help? Can we call someone? And a lot of the times people will break down and be like, I need help. I need out of this situation. Like, my home is killing me, blah, blah, blah. So she did. We don't tell stories here unless people live to look at them with us. You know, I don't tell stories, sads. I think that's unfair. But I think she actually did. I don't know if she graduated, but I think she actually did start to go to school for nursing because she was like, she wanted to go and do what we did for her. It was fucking cute. It was, I mean, it's so corny, but it's really cool when stuff like that happens. It is. It's awesome when shit like that happens. I think a lot of healthcare workers are like that. Are like in, you know, we're in situations where they deeply needed help, and so they put themselves in a position where they can help people who deeply need help. You know what I mean? I'm glad, dude. I'm glad she got out too, because I think it was one of those situations, just looking from the outside in, where it was all money. Like, I don't think she had any form of income on her own whatsoever. Oh, yeah, Munchausen's by proxy is pretty bad. That you see that in the ER all the time. Or you want to know what I see in the ER that was kind of weird? Like, I don't know how to say this. There's nothing to be done because it's not necessarily anything bad's going on. But moms who want to be praised bring their very healthy children into the ER just to hear nothing's wrong and just to get a pat on the back. It's weird. It's a real weird mentality for me personally, bringing your kid in and they're 100% fine. They're like literally a gleaming specimen, but they just want you to say that over and over to them. Like, they need to hear that. Their like self-worth is based on the state of their child, which is going to be a breaking moment one day. Let me fucking tell you. Yeah, baby had a sniffle and you're like, this is the healthiest baby I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's no sniffle. What do you mean? What sniffle? What do you mean? Outside of your job to help heal, you provide an example of a way to pay it forward and help people. I know it wasn't intentional, but good on you and all the other nurses. 100%. I hope I do that for anybody telling stories, Crispy. Sometimes, I hope. What up, Fatalist? How are you, love? Between the kid who wanted to fuck him up, being shoved through a doorbell, larger student, I was like, never mind. Ugh. No thanks. Oh, Super Bappa. The resources wasted in hospitals, you have no idea. And what's really sad is, again, I can only speak to America. I can only speak to the handful of hospitals I've worked in across the country. But it's very much a matter of you're going to get care if you have money. You guys know that. I've told you. At Johns Hopkins, there's an entire tower where if you have money to pay for your care, you get a tower to live in. Like a 30-story tower where every floor looks like a Victorian mansion. And there's guards and shit. That's what happens if you have money to pay for medicine. It's fucking crazy. But like, you guys know I don't have healthcare because it would be $600 a month per person, and that's insane, and I don't make that much money. But I've thought about it, like, what if I did make that much money, but instead of paying it to an insurance company, every month I just put $600, I put $1,200. Don't even say it if you do, like, I don't want to know. Imagine making enough money to put $1,200 a month away in savings. That's health insurance. But like, if I just did that my whole life, then someday when I break my leg, I could probably pay to be in Marburg, the fucking pay for tower. John Q. Why do I know that one, Lazy Bear? Hold on. Oh, wow. I haven't seen that in ages. Holy shit. Wow, you just brought me back. That's a flashback. I haven't thought of that movie in a bit. Yeah, that's the Denzel movie with the heart transplant. Yeah. Insurance 100%. Oh my God. The insurance companies, they have like rote scripts on how to turn me down. And what's mind-numbing, and I know this is on purpose, like I'm not an idiot, but what's mind-numbing to me, what the, 1 second. You're a little trash dog. Are you a trash dog? I look over and Trick has this on the ground. He's eating a fucking Rice Krispie treat out of a... Anyways, bless him. My snack. Trick had your cake early, Super Papa. Dog jail. Do you need to go in dog jail? No, you don't get snuggles after that. No, that was bad boy move. I love you so much. I hate calling him bad boy, but that was bad boy move. What was I saying? I forgot. Oh my God. So insurance companies do not hire medical professionals because medical professionals have too many morals to actually work for an insurance company. It's impossible. So for instance, what would happen to me is like, I would get an order to give a drug to a person that would kill them, literally. And so I call the doctor. I'm like, hey, this person has a heart condition. I don't want to give them this drug because XYZ, it's going to hurt them. And the doctor will go, perfect. Let's give them drug B instead. It does the exact same thing as drug A, but it won't raise their heart rate and it won't kill them, right? So I go, excellent. I call the insurance company. No, drug B is more expensive. Me, okay, drug A will kill them. Drug B is more expensive. No, but drug A will kill them. Drug B is more expensive. No. Over and over and over and over and over and over. It's literally 80% of your job as a nurse is fighting insurance companies to not kill the fucking patient who's paying the fucking insurance company to do this to me. Ah! Medicine's a fucking scam in America is all I'm saying. It's a fucking scam. It's a racket. Thanks for supporting my channel so I don't have to do that for a living. Super appreciate you guys. Yeah, he's in trouble. The price of American hospital stuff is insane. When I dislocated my shoulder, I was in disbelief how expensive an ambulance was. I was on the floor. There was no moving me. $2K for a 10-minute drive. What the fuck is that shit? Yeah. That's not even, I mean, Faye, do you want to know what it costs to sleep one night in an ICU room with the lights off? I say the lights off as a symbolic meaning of you get nothing. We shut the door and you just sleep on top of that bed with no sheets. $6,000 a night. $6K. It's around $6,300 a night to sleep in an ICU intensive care unit bed with no nurse, no lights, no oxygen, no sheets, no nothing. That's just the bed. $6K. Fucking wild. Lights off for me, no machines. That's the euphemism I'm using there. Like, if that's what it costs, it's fucking crazy. It's truly insane. Motherfucking Pete skis! Thank you for the biddies. Wait. Bro, I have to tell you guys, our HR manager sent out unencrypted email to multiple individuals that in plain text, body of the email contain... Oh, no. Oh my fucking God. No. I'm sorry, I'm smiling. Ooh, that's so evil. Encrypted email to multiple individuals that in plain text, body of the email containing names, social security numbers, addresses, dates of birth, genders, phone numbers, and other stuff. How do you even do that? How do you, like, accidentally do that like a fucking idiot? I hope your HR managers... They're employed still. I hope one of those fuckers sues them. Theory, thank you so much for summoning class, keeping class alive, giving a fucking anus swings. I appreciate you. Fuck insurance companies. They're scammers. I hate them. What up, cucks? How are you? The average cost of the NHS for an emergency ambulance is £169. The cost of a general surgical ward is £400 per day. What the fuck's a general surgical ward? Let's not talk about the cost of childbirth. I wouldn't. It's very expensive. It was not an accident. That's fucking what? I have a nice little pile of bills in the US. So, for those in the US, just a little side note, like if you're getting massive bills, you just need to write a check for $1 to that hospital every month. And as long as they're getting a check from you that is proof of life and $1 on it, they cannot send your medical bills to collections. That's your little hint for the day. Don't disappear. The moment you stop answering those calls and those letters, that's when you go to a special form of collections that's to see if you're fucking dead. We need to know if you're dead. Like, that's where that will go. But, like, as long as you don't disappear and your $1 check a month, you can do that the rest of your life. There's nothing they can do. You're good to go. Cheers. Shareholders' lives have Shareholders' lives have mattered. That's what I would just try to say. Yeah. My last hospital visit, they tried to blame everything on a UTI when it was an E. coli infection and had to fight them to even start to treat it because they couldn't let me continue to cath myself. And because of that, they wanted me to be in a higher care ward. So I'm not saying anyone was right or wrong, but UTIs are often literally caused by an E. coli infection. So, like, y'all could both be right and just fighting the same point at each other, kind of like Americans and their politics. It's an E. coli infection. No, it's not. It's a UTI. Same thing. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, most UTIs happen because a little bit of E. coli from your B hole gets into your pee hole. And then UTI infection. Or like dirty catheters. Not saying anyone's right or wrong, just saying like that's, just whatever. Super Papa, it's your birthday. What are you doing? Happy fucking birthday, and thank you for the 10 goddamn subs. What the fuck? Go forth and be consensual, all 10 of you. You are butt wizards of the highest order. Join my cult. Coven. Sorry, I spelled it wrong again. General surgical ward is a normal bed, not ICU. So that would be like our floors. I have no idea what those cost. I only worked ICU, and we used to have to bill our beds. It was crazy. No, you can do that with the HSA now. Excellent. I have a payment set up for my bills of $10. Yes! Clayco, that's exactly what you need to do. That's so perfect. Once a month for the rest of your life, $10, they can never come at you. Because in America, we cannot refuse treatment because you don't have money. You come to a hospital, we must treat a life-threatening problem. We will keep you alive. Like, we have to. And that caveat means that I can't just willy-nilly start sending bills to collections. Unless I think you're dead and missing, in which case then we start looking for you. Just like, where the fuck are you? Is there a statute of limitation on hospital bills? Like, after so long, collections can fuck off? I don't know. I have no idea on that one. It's crazy that you even had to pay for the pain meds, to be honest, Nick. And she wanted me to go to the A&E, expressed to the nurses that all dealt with me, I can't get home, and they were like, that's fine. When it came to getting me home, I was told hospital would provide transport home. They left me stranded because I lived the other end of town. They literally left you stranded and you had no way to get home? That's nice. That's good. I love that for you. I love that, David. I just didn't have a UTI. Just had an E. coli infection from my blood infection in my hip. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, now everyone knows how you get UTI infections. It's poop in your pee hole. It's strange bacteria from someone else's body getting up your pee hole. We've all learned today. How did we get into level 3 hype train? Thank you? Did I miss something? Thank you. They can't be asked to find me because my address is in the UK, because that's my main address. It's too much effort to kick my... I mean, why would they... They can't do anything to you in the UK, can they? I think you're fine. Fuck them. You're totally saying I'm wrong. I would never... No one's ever wrong, no one's ever right. Everything's bullshit. Everything's bullshit, nothing matters. None of the points mean anything. Is it 7 years, 10 years? I have no idea. I'm not saying hip dislocation, but when your hip has a mind of its own and hurts when it feels like it and feels like it's rolling in my side, I get that with my shoulder. Limitations depends on the state you live in the US and can range from 3 years all the way to 15. Imagine being harassed for 15 years. After that, they should be forced to pay the psychological harm they've induced on you, in my opinion. I don't know how hard collections will like hunt you down, or if you're dead, do they hunt down your family? I have no idea. I don't know how bad. I mean, they're bad. Like collections. Imagine working for collections. Yes, improper sterilization of sounding rods, improper sterilization technique of catheters can absolutely cause a UTI. Dirty penises, clean your foreskins. I hope that goes without saying. It literally just has to do with where your urethra is. A lot of it's biological. Some people get UTIs constantly. And it does not mean they're dirty. If you're one of those people, please God, don't think I'm saying you're dirty or anything's wrong with you. It's literally fucking anatomy, pee after sex. Pee after every sexual encounter. You jerk off, take a piss afterwards. You finger your dingle, take a piss afterwards. Shove a rod down your wiener, take a piss afterwards. Be safe, take a piss afterwards. That's it. It's just anatomy. It's how your anatomy's lined up. It's true said I was dirty. I mean, you might be dirty, but I'm not gonna go throwing that around. Thank you for the hype train, you generous fucks. I don't deserve you. As a little insight, I'm a medical biller and accountant and work with many insurance companies. I'm not the collections person. I do not advocate for collections. I, in fact, throw letters away. Oh my God, I love you so much. Pete, I would never, ever assume you were an evil collections person. How the fuck could you have hung out with Zach and I for this long? We're such fucking anti-government heathens. There's no way. We are the people that are like, oh, he's tearing down some White House? Burn it. Burn it all down. Burn the rest of it. Burn DC. Do it. Start over. Anarchy. Let's fucking go. Cheers? I don't think I cheers. I think I just picked it up a bunch. It is, so they can't go after family. It's deducted from whatever you have. Well, I won't have any money when I die, so it'll be fine. Most debt doesn't transfer upon death. It's why you should never have a joint credit line. Like a credit card with your spouse or something. I just came in from taking a shower to this. How was your shower? We're learning about UTIs today. Do you have any questions? Also, pissing afterwards is checking a mechanism. No blood, all good. Blood, maybe you went too hard and you need to be careful. But also, now you found out you tore something, so maybe get checked. 100%. Because just like inside of a vagina, just like inside of a butthole, just like inside of your mouth, inside your penis is a mucous membrane that is very, very, very sensitive and very tender. So if you think about, when talking about sounding, we don't kink shame here. Imagine taking something, put it on your lip with no lube, and then do this. Now do it till you come. Ow. Very tender, very sensitive skin. We take care of our mucous membranes. We use lube. Every adult should have lube in their house. Every fucking grown adult should have lube in their house. Firm believer. If you're sexually active. Okay, all of DC's may be a little excessive. Metaphorically burn it to the ground. Everyone who's ever had a hand in American politics, we use that thingy from Men in Black and we just bloop, bloop, look right here for me, blink, and they are reverted back to 2-year-olds, and we just start over. Because right now, we're not going to go into politics, but just my personal opinion. DC is like a bowl of Skittles. And there's like, let's say there's 1,000 Skittles in that bowl, and 3 of them are arsenic. And someone's like, only 3 are deadly. Take a handful, share them with your friends. And the only way to be sure that there's no arsenic Skittles left is to feed the whole bowl to Trump.
Cheers.
Hot. It's fine. Oh, God. I was drying my beard in here. Clean your foreskin. Did you? So, a urinary tract infection, or a UTI, is an infection of the kidneys, often caused by E. coli, which is a bacteria in your butt. So, quiz time. Bacteria, virus, which one can you treat with antibiotics? Wrong! David, no! You can't treat viral with anything. The only thing viral can be treated with is your immune system. If you have a virus and someone's giving you antibiotics, I need you to do this. Whack! Smack them the fuck out of their hand and question their fucking medical degree. This is how you know. So now we have class. Antibiotic. Antibiotics. No. Bio. Life. Antibiotic. No life. Death, right? Viruses aren't alive. You can't kill what's not alive, right? You cannot kill what's not alive. Viruses cannot be treated with anything but your body. Your body fights viruses. I have a biotic. Oh, antibiotic. Yeah. So anytime it's a bacteria, it's alive. Meaning it has a nucleus, it has DNA. Viruses are not alive, no protective nucleus, no DNA, RNA. RNA, I could go on. Do you guys want this nerdy talk this early in the morning? RNA is not protected in its form. So it's, so like if you had 2 strands of DNA like this, I can't break those strands and rewrite it. RNA can be busted apart and rewritten into really fucky forms, which is why viruses are so scary and they kill us. We're nerding the fuck out. RNA versus DNA. It's a pretty interesting topic, but bacteria, things that are alive, you and I have DNA. RNA can be fucked with because there's no protective nucleus protecting the form of the RNA in there. So then viruses literally fuck their RNA into the nucleus and they live off, they're a parasite essentially. A virus must have a host, which is why we still have COVID, because y'all won't wash your fucking hands. You can't treat COVID with antibiotics because it's not alive. It's a virus. And every single time that virus fucks your cell and mixes with your DNA and its RNA, it's now a new virus. Every fucking person. Can you even begin to quantify how many forms and variations of COVID are out there now? Because people couldn't stand to wash their fucking hands? Billions. it's impossible to immunize now. Literally impossible. Because y'all couldn't be fucked to wash your fucking hands. Isn't that wild? We could have been done. Could have been done with it. Or, I mean, God forbid, a mask. Mask, literally, people started making laws against masks. They were so scared of wearing masks. It was pretty wild. It's pretty wild. I'm not saying that everybody's like a delicate whatever, but it was really insane. When, having been in the medical industry for quite some time, we often wear 3, 4, 5 masks under another wrap around your face mask, under a PAPR mask that is then suctioned by a little machine on the back, goes up onto your face so I don't get TB. I often wear that getup for 10 hours at a time. And then all of a sudden the world gets sick and we're all like, can you just wear one mask? It might protect. And they're like, my asthma, I'm dying. And I'm like, you're like medically not though. I know that. The facts though. Facts aren't feelings. Feelings aren't facts. I know you're not. I fucking scientifically and medically know you're not. What do you mean? I'm dying. I can't breathe. Okay. Certain groups seem to have gotten over their fear of masks.
Interesting, isn't it? I hope they all get terminal UTIs.
You want to know what's scary about urinary tract infections? It's actually like the leading cause of death in the elderly because they like shit and piss themselves and just kind of wallow in it, and the shitty bacteria gets up their pee holes. It's pretty sad. Don't just wallow in your wet farts, dudes. They're going up your pee holes. So what did we learn today? Antibiotics only on bacterial infections, right? Alive, anti-life, life. Viruses, what treats a virus? Nothing. Your immune system, which is why we go get immunized with boosters and shit, right? Because that's the only thing that can get a virus. What's a virus? COVID. E. coli, UTI. This is where we started. A UTI infection caused by poop going up your pee hole. Infections aren't just, they don't come out of nowhere. They have to be caused by a bacteria. So a bacteria is getting into you somehow. Somehow. I don't know how. I'm not here to judge. Somehow it's getting in there. That's the only way UTIs start. UTI happens. We slam it with antibiotics. The problem, though, here is antibiotics. We don't have the technology to guide that antibiotic to one thing specific, so it's going to kill everything in your body alive. So long-term antibiotics are a bad idea. They're going to make you sick. They're also going to kill all the natural flora and fauna that lives around your beehole and your pee hole that keeps you safe all the time. So anytime you're on antibiotics, I'm just going to say anytime because I know someone's going to be like, but what if? Anytime you're on antibiotics, you should be having a daily yogurt, a probiotic, a pickle, something fermented to help replace that natural flora and fauna. Otherwise, you're just going to have recurring infections over and over and over and over and over again forever. Like misery. And if you don't know what that feels like, what I've been told is it feels like you're pissing hot bricks as big as your head out your pee hole that are on fire. That's what I hear a UTI feels like. I've never had one, thank fuck, because I pee after sex. Ow. Ow. And pokey. Sounds metal and horrifying. I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Oh my. I've seen grown men get shredded by a UTI. They're just dying because I don't even know. It looks, the way they act is similar to like a kidney stone. That level of pain. But someone asked, if you take the medication, how long until it starts hitting the UTI? Antibiotics are right away. So in under 24 hours from starting the antibiotic, there should be a decrease in infection numbers, ppm. That means bacteria per million, doesn't matter. Yeah, there should be a lower amount in 24 hours if that antibiotic is hitting that one. Now, what happened though is because many reasons, because people are stupid. And we have been trained to be stupid. What happened was because none of you, the layman, and this is not a bad thing, it's not on you, none of you have any idea what you're doing. You come to medical professionals because I should know what I'm doing, right? But the medical professionals just wanted you to go away. You'd come in with a cold because your job's gonna fire you if you don't go to work. A cold is a virus. There's nothing I can do about it. But your job will let you go back to work if you prove you've done something about the cold and you're quote unquote not infectious anymore. So you'd be like, Doc, I gotta go to work. I got kids, I got a family. Like, please write me a note, give me a Z-Pack, give me anything. A run of antibiotics for a viral infection. What's that gonna do, kids? Answer in the chat. Just to go back to work to where then you're proliferating that virus. But if you don't go back to work, you're going to lose your job because you live in a right to work state and your boss is an asshole. It's this horrible cycle in America of that, which has, working at a intensive care unit hospital, I would be told, how sick are you? Can you come into work and wear a mask? Hanging out with like dying people. That's how much America gives a fuck. They just need you to come in and be a body. And it's perpetuated this horrific cycle of just like, give them the antibiotics in a note so they can go back to work. They take those antibiotics, and what happens is your body sees antibiotics as an attack, right? Because antibiotics are anti-life. They're killing off the natural flora and fauna inside your gut and inside your body. So your body will actually learn how to become resistant to antibiotics. So there is a shit ton of infections out there now and bacteria that have become resistant to antibiotics. One you've probably heard of a lot in layman's, which I hate, is MRSA. MRSA, methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus aureus. That's what that stands for, MRSA. That was born in hospitals. That was born in the hospital due to reckless overuse of antibiotics on people who didn't have a fucking bacterial infection. So Staphylococcus aureus, which is one of the most serious fucking bacterial infections you can possibly get, it causes like rot. Staph aureus now has become completely resistant to some of the most strong antibiotics we have and have access to in the known world. Because you don't know any better to say, no, you just said I have a virus, I don't need an antibiotic. And the doctor doesn't care enough not to give you an antibiotic for a virus. And we've created a horrible cycle. So a lot of the times when you come into the hospital and you're really, really sick, what we'll do is we'll call it a full spectrum run of antibiotics. It means I'm just giving you every single antibiotic known to man because we fucked up. And half of them don't work anymore at all on any human. It's real bad. And this is cynical medical Katie coming out. Half of the shit we go to the doctor for and get a little Z-Pack, we could just get the fuck over if we got over the fact that we're going to have a few days of discomfort and sniffles, and then your body would gain some immunity, and like next time that virus comes around, it wouldn't be able to use you as a host, and we could actually wipe a few viruses out that way. But we've actually helped proliferate a world of much stronger, scarier bacterial infections and viral infections than could have ever existed before because we live in such an immediate gratification world of like, fix me now, I need to go back, fix me now. I can't afford 3 days in bed. Cheers. Which is why you finish your fucking course of antibiotics. Amen and hallelujah. What up, Gas? How are you? Yeah. Hard. The amount of, dude, Kozu, when I first got my medical degree, the amount of people that were just like, I have a cabinet of my grandpa's medicine. Will you go through it and tell me what's still good? If you're out there shuddering because you have that, every single medicine that doesn't have your name on it, put it in a bin, take it to a pharmacy. They will dispose of that responsibly. None of it's safe. Nothing. Nothing's still good. Not one. The half-life, I could nerd the fuck out for so many reasons. The least of which, the packaging is so much different that we use today. The plastic we use today for pill bottles is so much more UV resistant. So the half-lives of drugs have actually been extended by what we use nowadays versus back in the 90s, early 2000s, 80s. God forbid you have anything from before that. Jesus fucking Christ, please take it to a pharmacy and get it disposed of. the packaging that we kept pills in allowed UV rays, and UV rays actually break that packaging down as well. So no matter what, light exposure is breaking down that packaging, and then light exposure to the drug is breaking that drug down. And the scary thing is that if a lot of drugs, a lot of very serious drugs, especially that come from our grandparents when they're really, really ill, the half-life of that drug doesn't necessarily mean that air exposure and sun exposure has made it half as potent. It's now changed it into something else that could kill you. And I can't tell you what that is. Age can actually form new bonds, new chemical bonds and structures within a medication. Time, age, oxygen exposure, lack of oxygen exposure, sunlight exposure, spores, whatever the fuck dirty fingers went into that container at one point and left in that container on those pills, all of that. That can absolutely start to change in there. So it's not efficacy, it's what is it now? Are you gonna pay some lab to test every single molecule in that bottle to see if you can eat it? Like, no, who would do that? None of that is safe. Don't say that stuff. But don't put it down the toilet either. Good God. That's why I say take it to a pharmacy. There's no shade. Even if it's like pills you stole from somebody, you can take it to a fucking pharmacy and they don't give a fuck. They know how to recycle stuff and get rid of it so it's not going back into our water system. But if you just flush shit down a toilet, there's no mystical filter or water treatment system that's getting rid of medications, hormones, and things, narcotics out of the water system. It's actually a really big issue right now. They actually think that for infertility rates among humans in the United States of America right now are absolutely correlational to the amount of hormones being dumped into our waterways and back into our aquifers, aka our drinking water system, via just toilets. Because there isn't a magical filter. Source, my dad builds water treatment plants for a living. I grew up with this shit. It's crazy. I know how the fucking water treatment plants in America work. It's so weird. There's no mystical, magical, filter that's taking microscopic molecules of dissolved medication out of the water. And can you imagine if we had some mystical, magical chemical we could add to the water that just neutralized anything ever? Do you know how many neutralizing agents we would need to specifically be able to neutralize every single molecule people are dumping into the water? And then on top of that, half the medication you and I take is pissed out of us in exactly the same form we take it. It doesn't change molecularly in our body. It doesn't break down. So for instance, ADHD medication is just going into the water. Methamphetamines, straight into the water. That's scary. We still don't know what to do about that, scientifically speaking. There's no treatment. It's just going into our drinking water and into our fields and our crops. My pharmacy has a drop box for old unneeded meds. I love that. That's dope. Queens, you'd be surprised how many people think that's what happened. And I mean, to be fair, if you don't have a chemistry degree, half-life, that kind of checks out. Half as potent. I kind of get it. UV and oxygen readily break down and reforge almost every bioactive molecule on Earth. If given enough time, exactly. That's a really good way of putting it, yeah. Talking about doctors, I look at my chart and I've pinged to schedule a new test to list of things they already check for. What the fuck? Is it just a charge? I love that, Penny. So you have one too. My local pharmacy has an expired meds collection box. I love that. I love that they have that because I know when I was a kid, when my grandparents died, my parents just flushed it all down the toilet. My dad didn't even know then. Fast forward 20 years and it's like, yeah, you gotta stop flushing medication down toilets. It's mostly it's important for me to know that none of y'all are sitting there with a bottle that doesn't have your name on it. That's the scariest. Because chances are that's old, right? I know it's really tempting when you see like that bottle of Hydros or something that was your grandpa's and be like, oh, keeping those around for once in a while when I'm feeling shitty and have a broken bone or something. Great idea. Please, God, don't. We don't know, another factor, when was it formulated? How long ago? What else is in it? It's not worth your body and your heart and your well-being to be taking mystery drugs like that. It's just not. It's Right, takes the pill. I smell color, right? That shit is scary, and it's just so not worth it because, I mean, worst case scenario, nothing happened. Or, I mean, best case scenario, nothing happens, excuse me. Worst case scenario, it's now something else, and like, fuck, I don't have no idea what it's gonna do, and that's scary. Mystery drugs are for the youths. I mean, I make that joke, but legit, I talk like this now. As a kid, I definitely would be like, what's that pill with a smiley face on it on the bathroom floor in a puddle of piss? What's it taste like, Katie? A good time. You know? And now I'm like, don't eat the prescribed shit that's 3 months old, please. But you live and you learn. You grow. We grow and we learn. I was a dumb kid. Everybody's a dumb kid once. I had my blood work traditionally done around the time of the infusion, but now I just had to schedule for a urine HCG qualitative test, which is fine. Just, hey, we decided you need to schedule this anymore because of the MS. I just try to do what they bring up to do. No, 100%. That makes sense. You're like one of those weird, responsible patients that I can actually trust to do what I say out loud. You have the amount of my patients that would come in for like a monthly PFT, and they would come in 3 weeks later and they'd be like, oh shit, I forgot we talked about the smoking thing. And I'm like, what did you come back? Because like the whole test was like, hey, if you cut back on smoking and come back for a new PFT, I can show you what that's doing for you. Let me give you real numbers. Lots of engineers that come into the PFT lab need to see these things. So I'm like, cool, we can do that. Like, let's do a test. You cut back smoking for like, cut back from a pack to a pack and a half or whatever. We'll do another PFT and I'll show you how those numbers start to creep up just from that. Just from that amount of oxygen getting into your body, that amount. And oh, I just forgot. We talked about the smoking thing. I'm like, did you know why you're coming back for another appointment? Like, what? You're paying for this out of pocket. Ah! Am I wearing? Yeah. When I talk medicine, I put my badge on so people know I'm real. And then when I am being a bitch, I cover it up. This is Katie. This is respiratory therapist Katie. Yeah. Legally speaking, kind of have to. It's my bitch. Well, no, it's... Now I go bitchy. Now I'm nice and real and medical speaking and like just facts. Opinion, not opinion. Opinion. You know what I'm saying? I avoided the doctors for so long until I had what was like a stroke, which led to MS diagnosis, and then I had to just learn to follow. Aww. I'm so sorry you had to go through that, though. Real, not opinion. That's just sad. And scary. What up, Cocky? Good morning, love. It's so heavy. I gotta take this fucking... I have this... Well, I have my license in there, that's why. She's licensed, bitches. It's so heavy, though, it, like, drags. I get told I know too much about mine. I shouldn't know as much, and that I must be looking for attention. What? What do you mean? What do you mean? My license? Absolutely. I actually do my recertification on stream live with chat. It's very fun. What's fun is that I can still do it all. That's the fun part. Every 5 years, I sit here and I have to pay to take a bunch of weird quizzes that prove I still know respiratory therapy, and then I submit all those quizzes to the respiratory state boards, and they're like, "Yep, she's still a respiratory therapist." But pretty much every single medical professional has to do that. Even the coders, we all constantly for me, it's every 5 years. I think Mite said hers is like every 2.5 or 3 years. She's a medical coder. It's different for every medical, but it's basically like you pay a bunch of money, take a bunch of little quizzes. They're like, hey, you still know what you're doing. Here's your license again. And you just update it all the time. But no, I went to school for 9 years. 9 years straight of education and college and paying out my fucking asshole. You will pull that license from my dead, fleshless claws. I worked so hard for this. I don't think I've worked harder for anything in my life. I don't think so. It does not take that long, by the way, to become an RT. I did a chemistry degree first and then didn't know what to do and then did RT. Is it about 3? That's what I thought too. Yeah, hers is more often, which sucks. You know too much about your illness. See, that sounds like such bullshit. That is bullshit. That's fucking horrible of any medical professional to say that to you. Because I'm that person, maybe it's my fault, I'm that person that encourages you to be your own advocate. You have to be. And it makes me feel like someone saying that to you is offended that you know more about your illness than they do, and they can't power play you now. You know that power imbalance in a hospital of just like, I'm smarter than you. You're my patient. You do what I say because I have this pretty little badge on. I feel like you've thrown off their power imbalance and it makes them icky feeling and good. Because that's fucked. Why wouldn't you know more about what's going on with yourself? I hope people do. I get excited when someone knows all about their disease process. I'm like, let's go read about it together. I have a lot of questions. I've never heard of this before. Let's fucking go. I can't believe someone would shame me for that. It's fucked up. They found Katie after the nukes hit just holding this one piece of paper. Literally, my degree. No, my license. You know what's crazy about being a medical professional? If you're board certified in the US, your degree means fucking nothing. Your degree is essentially like the punch to get in to take the board certified test. But your degree does not help you take the board certified test. You get your degree, you graduate, and then they're like, all right, now you go. So basically, just telling you exactly what happens. You graduate from college with your degree, and they're like, all right, now what you do is you go take your board certified tests, which there used to be, they've changed. They could be different again. If there's any RTs in the chat, please let me know. But when I took them, there was 3 different tests. There was a written and then 2 different clinical sessions. So the written was like 3 hours long. Crazy hard, so fucking crazy. But then the clinicals are 6 hours a piece. And those ones, and they're literally where you go to an H&R Block. They basically strip you all but naked. They sit you in a chair with nothing but like their legal pad, their pencil, and you have cameras in a 360 all around your head watching you to make sure you're not cheating. Because it's really serious. Clearly you want good medical professionals who aren't cheating, right? I don't know. The clinical ones are 6 hours of sitting there in this room, this stark white room, and it's basically like they present you with a patient like in the ER. They're like, a patient presents with, they're this age, they weigh this is blah, 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 all the symptoms, whatever. What do you do first? And you say what you do first, and then it goes on, what do you do next? And then what do you do next? And it keeps presenting like, okay, you gave the patient oxygen. This is what their numbers are now. Now what do you do? But it never tells you if you're right or wrong. So you can spend 6 hours taking a patient on a journey when you killed them 3 hours ago. It's fucking mind-numbing. You also have to pay $600 per certification. So if you take that written test and fail it once by 1 point, me, because I just so happened to get the version you had to pass with an 81%, and I got a fucking 80%. I had to pay it twice to take it. Twice. It's $1,200. Insane. To who? To fucking who? And then you can go take your clinical ones after you pass that fucking written one, but you have to pay every single time. It's horrific. So, but the clinicals, so the way that they present patients, this is why your degree doesn't really help you very much. So your degree teaches you actually how to save people. My degree taught me how to put my hands on people and fucking save their lives. Amazing. What the clinicals are doing is, so for instance, your average human, I always use this as an example, but this is one of the best examples I can use. Your average human being has anywhere from 4 to 6, maybe 7 liters of oxygen in them at the most. That's your biggest inhale possible, right? 6 liters, those are the fucking giants, right? Those are big people. for the clinical test exams, every single person gets 10 liters of oxygen. Every single one. Because it makes the mental math easier. Did that scare you? Because it scares me too. So essentially what you do is you graduate with your degree that actually teaches you how to be a respiratory therapist. Then you have to pay again for like this special program called Kettering, Kettering, Kettering. Kettering is this like booklet, pamphlet, CD series that you listen to for about 8 weeks straight that teaches you how to pass your boards. So you pay for your degree, and then you graduate, and then you're like, all right, now I have to go study Kettering. Kettering's going to teach me how to pass the boards, because the boards use some really scary numbers that would kill a human, because it's easy on the mental math. Fucking what? Insane. It's so all of that. So I went to school for 9 years, got my degrees, did all that shit. Then I bought Kettering. And I sat on my parents' couch, because their house is so fucking stark white, boring, beige, cum-toned, that I was like, there's no distractions here. I can sit on my laptop and do Kettering, right? So I remember just sitting on my mom's beige couch for 8 hours a day doing Kettering and losing my fucking mind, relearning bad medicine. Like, just learning bad medicine. Crazy. And then once you pass your boards, then you have to like basically just kind of black out the past 8 weeks and be like, none of that was real, and kind of like go back to your brain that you got when you were in school, like your actual medical brain. That's really fucking wild. So every 5 years, I have to go take some more of these little tests and whatnot and prove I'm still a respiratory therapist, and then they give me my license back. If I missed that by 1 minute, if I missed submitting all those tests and whatever by 1 minute, I'd have to go take that board certification again. I'd have to go take that fucking board certification test again. Is that not insane? The bad one, the one with all the bad science. So then I'd have to go relearn Kettering again to become a bad respiratory therapist again it's crazy. So long story short, dead, skinned, fleshless, dry hands will you pull this from me. I've never worked for anything harder in my whole life. It actually broke a part of my brain, so much so that you know what I started doing as a way of like, almost like this weird therapy, like not a brainwash, but like a kind of like my brain bleach, is I went to Walmart at like 2 a.m. and I bought a webcam, went home, hooked it up to my PC, my very first PC I ever built, which I labeled the Skyrim machine. She was white, she was beautiful. And I started streaming live on this website called twitch.tv. It was like, I think it was called Justin TV at one point, and then it kind of went to Twitch, but I was losing my fucking mind because I had no social life, no friends, no nothing. I was literally just living in my parents' beige living room, fucking studying Kettering 8 hours a day. So I started streaming on this website called Twitch. It was really weird, and I started playing Skyrim. That was like 10 years ago. Crazy. 2030 is my next certification. We just did it last year. So I'm good for a while. But if it wasn't for all that garbage I just bitched at you for an hour, I wouldn't be here today, which is crazy. What up, mate? We were talking about CEUs. Is yours every 3 years? That was our guess. Cocky's is yearly. That sucks. I mean, it's probably a good thing that I wouldn't want to do it. Hello, my son. How are you? My sweet boy. Bob got passionate. Yours is 2? Oh, fuck. It's fucking terrible. It's a baby boy. The girl's being a bitch, too. Oh, all right. You've completely unplugged me again. They are the most delightful. I just get to sit in silence now. How do you know how to do this every time? Oh, thank you. Oh, you're kissing my ass because you got in the trash and tried to eat a Rice Krispie treat, huh? Yeah, that's what you're doing. Mm-hmm. You knew you were in trouble. You think I forgot. I didn't forget. Yeah, I didn't forget. Trash dog. Okay, you're awful cute, though. It was Justin TV at first. This split off to Twitch as a sister site to Justin. Then Justin got shut down in favor of Twitch. Twitch is ironic that Twitch has now become a light version of Justin TV. What does that mean, a light version? Aren't their sweaters cute? Look at that baby boy. Look at that baby boy. Bill, don't hump your brother. It's weird. It makes me uncomfortable. Bill. Bill. Thank you. Oh, there's a pretty eyes. He's like, Mom, it wasn't me in the trash. That was the other boy dog in the kitchen. I don't know who that boy is. I killed him. What's funny is he's not the trash dog. It's her. She will go into my trash. I have to have like a special lid because she'll nose into it and drag wrappers out butter paper, the paper around butter. I find that on the ground randomly. I'm like, what the? She just licks it. But you had the Rice Krispie. I saw it. Sir. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They're so cute, though. Literally. Oh, brother's getting love. Time to be dominant. You and your hoodie. Look, he loves her. He loves her, and she's so, mean. You're so mean. He just wants to love you. We just both want to love you, Bill. Look at her. She's like, whatever. She's so... Eliza, what's that breed of dog you sent me this morning again? It's... Borzoi. I think they look so much like them when they're shaved like this. They're weird angular... That was my not funny bone. Ouch. He's my girl. What? Oh. I only have 2 puppers. They're just really big. These are my puppers. This is Lil. Short for Lilith. And the little dark void that was on my lap, that's Trick. He's my boy. But every day they have a very specific time about now where they're like, snuggle. It's like, it's been an hour. And an hour without love is too much. It's like they have internal clocks. They're so fucking cute. I know. She has to have her hand held. That's her thing. Like we're waltzing. That's why she paws me, I find. Okay. I know. They're so sweet. I love them so much. What kind of dogs do you have? I mean, not that it matters, but I always ask. I love all dogs equally. All of them. I don't like when people talk shit about chihuahuas, and I don't like when people talk shit about poodles or pit bulls. I love all dogs. I think it's people who suck, right? Not people, owners. You unplugged me again. It's a bird for baby boys. Well, you're a girl, but it doesn't matter. You're just a pup. You're just a baby. You're very angular, though. I love Pitties so fucking much. They're some of the best. Literally, some of my favorite dogs I've ever met in my whole life are Pitties, Staffordards, whatever you want to call them. The dog everyone has some terrible stigma against. And you know what's funny? I've never known anyone to be attacked by a pit bull, but like, I know someone that was attacked viciously by a golden retriever. I know someone who was viciously attacked by a Beethoven dog. I know someone who was attacked by, like not an Australian Shepherd, the herding dog. Border Collie. I don't think the breed matters. I think it's the person. I think owners suck. Look at that naked girl. I gotta wash her hoodie this weekend. They're such dogs. I never even knew that about poodles. I didn't have a bad I didn't give poodles like a prissy bad rap or anything like that, but I'd never been around a standard poodle before. They're such a dog. They're just dogs. They're like the most doggy dog. They want to snuggle all the time. They're playful all the time. They're goofy. They're going to play with each other now. They're adorable. They're just good dogs. My mom had a husky and she was cute, but also a nightmare. Once she stole an entire raw chicken, oh shit, off the counter, stood at the back door with the chicken and this look like, wait, like the whole chicken? I love when dogs are brave. Border collies are wonderful. I grew up with a herd of them. Literally my neighbors that had a farm had like a couple. 3. It felt like a herd. They're a lot of energy. They were wonderful. And they had those. They had border collies. And then they had Lassie dog, but the tiny ones. Do you guys know what those are? It's mouth battle time. These are my poodles. My poodles time to mouth at each other in their little hoodies. I have to roll the hoods back because otherwise it gets stuck on their face. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah. Yeah! St. Bernard can be big scary. Any dog can be big scary. Honestly, I've been more afraid of little dogs than I've ever been afraid of big dogs in my life. But yeah, I think it's all up to the owner. You get him. Oh, Trick's got the upper ground. She's got him on the ropes. Is he going to go for the face? Will he go for the left or the right? The left or the... Is it the left? Is it the... Are they going to... Oh, she's going for the under the jaw. Oh, he looks shocked and surprised. What will she do? Oh, going for the leg. Yeah, she's got him down. She does this thing. She doesn't bite. She headbutts with her nose really hard. That's what she does at him. She goes, bah. What? What are you doing, baby boy? Are you looking for a snuggle? Did your sister bop you with her nose real hard? Yeah, Bob, she got me real bad in my butt. We all saw it. She got you in your front butt, though. Not. Okay. I love them. You gotta stop. And then, does anyone else have a very dominant female dog that just insists on humping anything in the room that's getting attention? I don't know what to do. Ma'am. I understand, but it's just air. It's just air. Do you see this? It's every day. Every day. It's not a joke. It's oftentimes off camera, but every single day. He comes up for loves, and she's like, absolutely not. And I have to say, and I quote, "Hey, Lilith, please don't hump your brother. It's weird and makes me uncomfortable." And she fucks off. I know. And then there's my boy who's just like, I don't know what happened. I was just hanging out. Yeah, you filth. He's my baby boy. Just always being humped. You really don't want to hear it out of context, and it's every fucking year. I mean, every day, You're a constant. You're a menace. Do you feel violated? Doe, she's a fucking dumb bitch. I know. You're so angular. We still have one puppy from one of my dog's litter, and he humps her. I have to yell, "Stop humping your mom, you fucking weirdo." You know what's funny? He doesn't hump. Ever. He just doesn't have the dominant gene. He's just like, whatever, I'm just here to party. He's not a pussy. Like, he doesn't roll over on his back and, like, show his belly and get scared. But he's never humped. He just wants to hang out. Like, I think he's like a child, and that's okay. He's innocence. Lilith, on the other hand, she looks at me like, what? She's such her namesake. Sex crazed killer of children, eater of babies. You. But you're cute. She's cute as shit. My last girl was real dominant as well. Millie. Millie didn't get along. She had one girlfriend, a little Yorkie named Lexi for a while. But she didn't like other girl dogs. She didn't get she didn't get along well. Now they're gonna fight. Okay. I love when my dogs are shaved like this because they have the most spankable butts. Here's my girl, yeah. Anybody else just go to town on their dog's butts sometime? When you're hairy, you're not as spankable. She doesn't give a shit. I do it to him all the time. I'm not hitting my dogs, if anybody's wondering. It's very light pats. She's just so shaved, it sounds really slappy right now. They lean in, yeah! I think they like it. I think it's kind of like a scratch, a little, when they get the little spanks. We're gonna fight on my lap now. We'll take a break soon. If you're, like, waiting to take a break, it's a good time. Big cough. Dude, Grady, exactly. If we weren't supposed to pat their butts, it wouldn't be so satisfying. Why make so slappy if not meant to be slappied? In the nice way. Don't hit your dogs. If you hit dogs, outside of a dog trying to kill your dog, you or a loved one, if you abuse animals, I truly, truly hope you find mysterious sharp objects up your urethra. That's all I have to say about that. Come here, let me spank your butt. Okay, now fight your sister. Yeet skis! Perfect timing. I shall boot up my glam and probably take them on a break. It is 5 degrees out. I hope everyone's staying safe. This weather is nasty. Let's see if she's gone up from 5. Oh, we're at a balmy 8 degrees today, kids. My dogs fucking hate it out there, so I'm kind of having to go out with them and, like, make them go outside, because I couldn't pee in this either. I don't even know. What up, Illumination? How are you? It is poop-tastic. Nasty. -8. Gross. Hate that for you. I really hope it warms up for everybody. This is not a contest. None of us want to win. This is gross. What are you guys right now, Tech? Is it fucking disgusting? Yes, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to compete here and say mine's the worst. We're all in misery. This is horrible. It's 0. It's too cold to snow here. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but you know, it's like snow, but really it's like snow dust because it's so fucking cold. It's just like this fine, almost like sand, like snow sand everywhere. And it blows around. It doesn't get crunchy. -5. Oh, be safe, please. That dry ass powder shit. Yes. So it's just like piling against everything. So it's really misleading when you look outside. You're like, oh, it's bright and shiny and it's not snowy and it's, 5 degrees. It's disgusting. You get him, Bill. You get him. -19. Hellcath. No. Oh, honey. I hope you have hot cocoa and tea and coffee and some way to boil hot water and you can just live in it. Can we take coffee baths? That's horrible. I am so sorry. I think it's really, really cold for L2. We're all going through it. This is just some gross weather. -10? No, I'm so sorry. A few people in ROM Discord got -30. Absolutely not. Did they say where they are? Is that Canada? Where? I don't want to go there. Harper, thank you so much for streaking. Everybody get your titties out. The world is amazing and how weather's so different everywhere. It is fascinating. And it's every year it's so different. Like this year, up until now, has been the warmest winter of my entire 6 years in Denver. We've had snow before this twice. And it was one day and gone. Freak weather. And now it's this. It feels like Antarctica outside. The wind hits and it hurts your skin when it's cold like this. I don't even know what the negatives. These motherfuckers out here with -10, -19. Hellcath, please stay safe. Yesterday was -39. I don't want you to dox yourself, but like where's that? No, yuck. It's -5 with a -18 wind chill. Absolutely not. That's Minnesota. Wow. -30. Okay, I'm getting like visceral about this, Hellcath. What do you do? Do you go out? I'm being so serious. It's like you live in Disneyland of hell for me. I can't be that cold. I would die. Do you step outside? Or is this just like we lock the doors, we make some soup, and we're Russian now? 2 degrees. Dorkable. Everybody stay warm, please. We all need to be sitting in front of our heaters. That's insane. I've never in my life, I don't think I've experienced negative temperatures, but nothing more than like -10 maybe. Wow. I thought the motherland was Nebraska. Nebraska, the motherland. I don't know of what you speak, but I have to. Minnesota, not leaving the apartment, but had I not been moving, I'd still be waiting for the bus in this weather. Ooh, to go to work at the hospital, absolutely not. I was hanging on the back of a garbage truck yesterday. You just wear 5 layers of clothes. You are a hardcore motherfucker. You need to realize that. I know you're just like, you just wear 5 layers of clothes and hang off the back of a moving vehicle where it's definitely colder than -39 due to wind chill. You're a hardcore motherfucker. Own that. Bitch, you are Elsa. Do you ever like, and the cold never bothered me anyway? Ever? Off the back? Because you'd be my favorite person on the street. That's insane. Genuinely, like, I would die. I think I might die. I think I might literally die. There's something wrong with my body. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter how many layers of clothes I put on because my body is not producing nor holding heat. So people are like, just put more layers on. I'm like, I've got 50 layers on, but the core is cold. If the core of all the layers is cold, how do the layers, do you see? That's me. Freak. I don't know. I would die. You're a hardcore motherfucker. You have? Shut up. Did you really? I love you so much. You have to. In that weather. And the cold never bothered me anyway. I would. You have to. The cold bothers me deeply, but I would sing it. Luna, thank you so much for subbing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving Ace that prime sub. I appreciate you. Please go forth and be consensual in all the ways because nothing in this world is sexier than pure sub or consent. And I appreciate you. If I take one of the granddaddy pills, cold doesn't affect me either. Oh, God. Real talk. Way back in the day when I got I think it was my wisdom teeth out. It's one of the only very few surgeries I've ever had in my whole life where they actually gave me painkillers and stuff. And my mom said that my ex called her and said I was outside in the snow in nothing but a jacket. No pants. No nothing. Just a jacket. Maybe short shorts. I can't remember. And I was trompsing around in feet of snow, just chanting, I can't feel anything. Like the day after having all my wisdom teeth out. So I was like, I can't feel anything. Just flopping around in the snow. I don't take painkillers anymore. They scare me. I don't want to. I don't know what I'm like on those. Suddenly snow is a good idea. And that's not core Katie. I don't want to, but Imagine if like camera phones had been a thing back then. I'm not that old. It's just not that long ago. It's weird. This is how you lower property taxes, folks. It was a duplex, too. I'm one of those freaks in nature who will go barefoot in snow but cannot handle extreme cold. Wait, that's freaks, yeah. Talk about tiptoe through the tulips, me. But it was and it was weird because I lived in the Pacific Northwest where we don't normally get snow. It was a freak year where we got a couple feet of snow one day, like around Thanksgiving or something. Because it was some break because I got my wisdom teeth out. I don't remember. Some school break. You honestly start to get used to it after a while, and then you walk inside sweating your ass off because it's normal temp. That honestly reminds me of snowboarding. Like, for as much as I talk shit about cold, I definitely grew up snowboarding a lot. I loved going up on the mountain. I froze to death, but that's exactly what it was. It was like riding the lift, freeze to death. The lift was terrible because you're not moving, and the only heat warmers we had back then were those little bags full of sand that you would, like, crinkle together, and they were like, heat, and you were like, yeah! And then you'd fall off the ski lift because, you know, it's not meant for snowboards. But then once you got halfway down the hill, you were fucking sweating and trying to peel layers off. It was always a game of layers. Like, how do you get up the hill and not freeze to death on the lift? I don't snowboard anymore because it's so fucking expensive, but man, it was fun. Pacific Northwest doesn't get snow. Not really on the, on the Puget Sound. There's something about, people out there that are smarter than me that understand, like, weather patterns and shit, listen up and correct me. There's something about being on that Puget Sound inlet, it keeps you like 10 to 15 degrees warmer than everywhere else in the state. It's really weird. So the closer you are to the ocean, the warmer you are. But the Puget Sound, not like the ocean side. Not the, like the Quileute reservation side. Like on the peninsula. And I went to Western Washington University, which is like in Bellingham, Washington, which is up the peninsula, but up there by Canada. And there's something about it, it just keeps it, but every once in a while we got freak weather, and we'd get freezing rain where we'd get sideways icicles. I think that's just ocean weather, though. I think that just comes off of the water. Humans are very adaptive. We live everywhere in all sorts of hells. We really do. That needs to be on his shirt. We live in all sorts of hells. I remember when I was a kid, I'd been outside playing in the snow with friends, but I didn't yet understand the switching extreme temperatures is bad, so when I got home, I took the hottest shower and nearly passed out. My mom had to rescue me. That was something they tried teaching us. I remember, like, in school sports or something, they would always tell us, they're like, we would, end practice on something really, really hard, like sprinting or something, and then we'd all be like, like sucking air and dripping sweat, and my coach would go, do not go outside, sit down and cool off. Like, he would not let you, because it was winter, basketball season or whatever, but he would not let us go outside immediately after practice to cool off. Like, if we were steaming, he'd get pissed, and I cannot fucking remember why, though. I can't remember if it was, like, one of those, like, old wives' tales of like, oh, you'll catch a cold in the cold or whatever. I have no idea. Super Baba, snowboarding is fun. I really, really, I don't know. I guess it's greener. Grass is always greener. I wish I would have learned skiing. Because like every ski hill in the whole world is meant for skiing. Snowboarding, there's a lot of ski hills where they actually like say certain runs are off limits to snowboards because we ruin them. Like, it's so hard to stop on a snowboard. You have to stop on an edge, right? So you basically take a slice out of the hill every time you want to stop your board. And it ruins hills, especially if they're choppy and they're not powdery or something. So there's a ton of hills in the world that just hate us. It's also, like, borderline impossible to get off of a ski lift on a snowboard. Because, again, they're made for skis. So, like, 2 skis, you just, like, it's usually, like, a snow hill that just kind of, you glide, you kind of, like, slide off of the lift and just onto this little thing. On a snowboard, to get on the lift, you have to undo 1 foot from your board. So your board's really only hooked to 1 foot. And then usually what happens is in the middle of your board, you've got like a traction pad or something, your stomp pad, that's literally there just to get you off the ski lift. It's giving you something to stand on. But it's like trying to jump onto a skateboard floating in a pool. but like stay on your feet. So 9 times out of 10, a snowboarder's gonna fall on their ass getting off of a ski lift. Like it's if you get off, everyone will cheer. Everyone will be like, yeah! If a snowboarder gets the fuck off a lift. It's crazy. It's comical. The world's just really not made for snowboarders. But I get why. Snowboards, they like toe edge, heel edge, whatever you're doing. If I want to stop, I have to go from this to this. So I'm gonna go and I just take a chunk out of that hill. And if a skier hits that, that's like an unknown mogul. I could break someone's neck. I get it. I get why they don't like us on their hills and shit. But I wish there was more. There's so much money in it. I don't know how the fuck there aren't hills designed. But they tend to make areas for snowboarders like trick areas, trick zones. Like we all want to sit and do moguls and tricks. And I don't want to do tricks. I don't care about going down a railing. I just like making it from the top of the mountain to the bottom alive. I didn't really care about that stuff. It's Bazbelly, it's still, that's all it is. Unless you get a perfect stop, you're going to fall on your knees or your ass to stop on a snowboard. There's no stopping and just standing. If you stop and stay standing, you're going to kind of drift. No matter what, it's kind of like you people will stop to talk. I'm not paying attention. I'm sitting here doing this game, staying on my feet, kind of doing this back and forth like a little like a you know. That's all I'm doing. It's impossible. I think most of my problems with my wrists are because of snowboarding, falling, just full weight onto my hands constantly. But it was so much fun. It was. I did enjoy it a lot. The ocean currents throw warm water, and so the air up the coast there, it's the maritime climate. It's basically low British weather works, but the water is even warmer here. I believe that because when I visited you guys, I was like, oh, wow, this feels like home. Skiing's so much easier than snowboarding. I don't have enough leg control for snowboarding. And you know what's crazy, Hillcath? I don't think I'd have enough muscle to hold my legs together skiing. I feel like I'd slowly do the splits and not be able to bring them back together. Whereas the snowboard feels safe because I'm just strapped to the same board. I don't have to do that. Isn't that weird? That's what I'm saying. Grass is always greener. I want to try skiing one day and then definitively be like, which one, I guess, know which one I want to do. You know what I mean? It was explained to me, you know how glass can break if it goes from one extreme temperature to another. Imagine then what that's doing to your body. I mean, not an exact correlation, but not a bad analogy, I don't think. Because it's kind of like, it's like I would equate it to the bends, but from the cold or the heat, right? Like, it's your body having to rapidly adjust to an extreme environment regularly is probably bad for you. And there's probably some, like thermal shock. I was just going to say, there's absolutely consequences in the form of shock. I think that's absolutely valid. Like, we're not shattering like glass on the inside, but I do think that's a really good analogy, to be honest, because everything is dilating or constricting to increase or lower blood pressure, etc., to heat you up, to get blood to the surface of the body to cool you off, or to keep it on your core to keep your organs warm because you're dying, because you're freezing to death one way or the other. Like, there's a whole slew of things that are going on that actually kind of makes sense. Why? People go directly from saunas into frozen lakes, that polar bear shit. That just seems really unsafe. That seems like a great way to diagnose a heart problem with death. Not to be morbid. Great way to supply tech with bones. Speaking of, I want to build a temple today with an underground torture chamber, and we're going to make a cult and eco. Break, I got to pee. We're going to get some coffee. It's going to be tedious and terrible, but I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of digging. Yeah, my brain is just thinking like, oh, the amount of digging we're going to have to go through. It'll be fine. I'll BRB. Coffee. I'm ready to eco. It's going to be fucking delightful. I shall plot myself there. Eliza, feel free to join me. Is my mic arm being... Oh, that's why. Okay, just kidding. Ignore me. It's because I have my eco mic on here. my little eco mic that gives my microphone a little thong. What up, Vex? How are you, my love? I hope you're having a decent weekend so far and you've been able to sleep. Dream has me wanting to go back and watch all of the Hilary Duff movies now. That was her birthday movie last night, which I had secretly playing in the background. You guys couldn't hear it, but I had it on during stream. I forgot how much I fucking love Hilary Duff. Like, I very much enjoy her, and I forgot about that. And now I want to go back and watch all of her shit. How cold is it for you, Vex? It's nasty here. I imagine it's bad. Literally, Hillcath was just saying, for them, yesterday was negative 39. Fucking what? But all y'all up in the uppers, you are freezing to death, and I'm sad. It is nasty. I'm very sad for you. I wish it wasn't that cold. I'm opening the shit. It'll happen. Let's see. I'm looking for ambient music to put on because music won't cut it. Dude, I'm kind of glad we didn't do Faded Friday yesterday because YouTube is doing this thing where you have to load every single video twice or 3 times sometimes because it says content is not available right now. It is, though. It's just stupid and broken, and I hate it. Been flirting with negative 20? Fuck off. I hate that. Eco does look like a fun building space. The deadline would definitely trigger my anxiety. The RP last night was pretty fucking... Thank you. It is fun. It's a little anxiety-inducing. It's one of those things you go into it knowing that whatever you build and whatever the fuck you do will be gone in 10 days. You can always start another eco server and do it yourself. Like, you can go in and do your own eco server and have it be a 300-day, a 6,000-day. Like, you can really extend that day out as far as you want and have the world never end if you want to. But I kind of like the idea that it might just be destroyed and I'll never have to look at it again. It's a little fucked. Is that fucked? I'm here to drop my kid off. I'll pick her up later. It's me. I'm the kid. I'm here. I've caught. Wait. Throw. Oh, fuck. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. If you just want to leave the diaper bag at the door, I'll make sure not to load her up on sugar before you pick her up tonight, okay? I still think about you. This is why my kid has a brain damage. I don't know if it's that, but it's definitely something.
I've been dropped off at daycare.
Welcome back, honey. Take your shoes off. We're making a cult.
Will the colt warm up my fingers?
I don't know, but I have to send your mother home with something. She's starting to write letters.
Oh no.
Letters to the board.
Just don't write letters home to my mom.
It's fun. That's it. My brain is dying. I think I've just looked at Eco too much. Today was fun, but every day is fun. Thank you for joining me for it, as usual, and getting high with me and hanging out. Tomorrow, more Eco. Eco's only here for 10 days, and then it's gone, like, forever, you know? Like, tentatively, another 5 years. Who knows? It's gone until the next time someone, like, awesome like Beth decides to put a server together, so we take advantage of it. This week, we will probably be starting some Obscura, though, at one point. I don't know. We'll see. This is a good break for it, though. Drink water, be kind to yourselves, and I'll catch you guys early in the morning.